Wine grapes are planted usually in the spring, but it takes 3 years from the time they're planted to the first fruit that comes off of them. And you really don't get grapefruit until about year 5. And at year 5 on, and they can last 30, 40, 50 years, those plants produce the same fruit every year. And it comes in around September, October, maybe early November every year. And that's the harvest that we have in the Northern Hemisphere. We have vineyards that have contracted with us for long periods of time. So those vineyards, we have 3 in Idaho, one's in Nampa-Marsing area, one's actually in Adrian, Oregon. It's considered part of the Snake River Valley. Those are in what's called the Sunny Slope area. Then we have 4 in Washington. And we go to Washington to get fruit because there's not enough fruit in Idaho yet, and we have certain things that we want that don't quite ripen fully in Idaho. For us in Idaho, we predominantly pick Syrah, Malbec, Viognier, Chardonnay. We do some Petit Verdot, at the very late ripening Petit Verdot, and Mourvedre. We choose to pick the things that ripen here really well, and then we go to Washington, because if you look at the latitudes of Washington, it's more along where Cab Franc, because of the length of their season and how hot it gets, because they bloom about 2 weeks before us, and then they don't have the same frost we have in October. The Cab that's grown in Washington is some of the best Cab in the world. I mean, it is world-class, world-renowned Cab.
We get swings from 60 degrees at night to 105 degrees during the day here in Idaho, and that gives you a different flavor. Luckily, the Syrah grape is loving that weather. Syrah is doing really well for Idaho. Earl's done some great things. One of his 2018 Syrah won Best Wine in the Northwest at the Cascadia Wine Competition. That was cool. So out of 700 wines, Earl and Carrie got the top one, and that was out of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and British Columbia.